Hey everyone, this is Jill.
And this is Sarah, and you're listening to Milk and Whiskey Podcast.
Man, we ain't about to bull, but we need 6 rings. And no, we ain't cousins, but we try to be kings. So you better crown us, better get from around us. If you ain't A1, we been real.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Yes, she is.
But Charlotte did such a great job. But first and foremost, thank you and welcome back to Milk and Whiskey Podcast.
Yes, with Jill and Sarah this week. So today is our New Year's episode for you guys. But before that, I did say in the previous podcast that Jill and I do have an announcement that we wanted to make. So Jill, did you want to take this one away?
So I just want to let you guys know that this is our last podcast of the season and of the year. And we figured that this was appropriate to close out the year. And we're just going to go on a little hiatus. We'll be back sometime in February, but don't worry. We'll be sure to do little surprises here and there so that we can keep y'all around.
Yeah, so make sure you're following us on Milk and Whiskey Pod. We'll make sure to still be active on there. You can follow us on our personal Instagrams as well. You guys know those. They're in our episode description. But yeah, we didn't know when we started this podcast that we were going to do seasons, which is why this is the first time you're hearing about it. We decided it would probably be better for us to do that so that we can get a little break, recharge. We're definitely going to be reaching out to our audience to find out, what you guys want to hear more of, what you want to hear less of. So definitely make sure that you're keeping in touch with us or paying attention to our stories whenever we post polls or questions or anything. That's definitely us wanting to know what you guys want to hear from us, so that when we come back for season 2, we're better. We're doing shows about things that you guys want to hear and just making sure that we're producing content that's for you guys.
And watch out for season 2 because we've already brainstormed cool ideas and content like she talked about that we are going to be talking about. And we're going to be having more guests with really good experience and wisdom that they want to shed to you all. So, I think the next season is about to be a really good comeback, and I'm excited for the next season, and I can't wait to share the next season with you guys.
Yeah, definitely excited to recharge and show you guys what we've been brainstorming. Like she mentioned, we do have some guest stars already lined up, so definitely want to bring you guys some other voices, some other perspectives to hear from and everything. So it's not just me and Jill being a shit show every single episode. As fun as that is, we still want to give you guys something of substance as well, besides just telling you guys how we're both failing at life.
Speaking of, having this podcast close out the year, you look really nice.
Oh, thank you.
Are you getting ready for a Christmas party right now?
Yes. So right now we are recording, to give you guys an idea. We're recording on Christmas Eve. You guys won't hear this until New Year's Eve. But yeah, I'm getting ready to go out for a Christmas party, kind of test driving a couple of New Year's Eve looks, That's what I use Christmas for. But speaking of, testing out New Year's Eve looks, do you guys have any big plans? Because, I have no idea what you do for New Year's ever since high school. Like, Jill and I used to spend New Year's Eve together every single year. My family would come up to San Francisco, and that would be our kind of Christmas and New Year's Eve celebration combined. But, as Jill and I got older and we wanted to go,
separate ways and, do our own thing.
Well, I think it was more that we wanted to get lit for New Year's and party.
That's a bad way of saying that.
Yeah. I'm being honest.
We were growing up and we just wanted to do our own thing. And
I don't come up anymore. I don't think you're even really doing at least you're not. I don't think you're spending at least a whole night with the family, or you weren't in the past years. I think now that you have a son, maybe that's different. But
no, not really. Yeah, I think for this New Year's, I'm actually working New Year's Day. Actually, the last few years, I've been working on New Year's. So,
oh, boo. Like the day?
The day. So, I haven't been able to, go out and celebrate New Year's Eve and, party and just whatnot. So, it's kind of been pretty low key.
Yeah.
For my part. It kind of sucks. Cole was never really a big celebrating person for New Year's anyway. It wasn't our thing. But New New Year's Day is my best friend Lauren's birthday, and she usually loves to ball out, and I used to want to ball out with her, except for the last couple of years that I had to go to work. So
Yeah.
it'll be low-key again this year since I'm freaking working, but that's okay because I have a few days off before New Year's Day, so I'm actually going to be driving down to LA with my best friend and going on a road trip and then spending the weekend with her before her birthday.
To be clear, you guys, she's not seeing me.
I'm going to be hanging out with my best friend for her birthday, before her birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Lauren. It'll be her birthday by the time this airs. So happy birthday, Lauren.
Yeah. How cool is that, though, to have your birthday on New Year's Day? Because, like, you get to watch fireworks on your birthday. And, like, it's like everybody goes with, buck wild.
I can tell you, though, having a birthday near a holiday or on a holiday can sometimes be hard because, like, people just forget sometimes. And like, it's not in a mean way.
Except for Lauren's birthday, because it's New Year's Day. I feel like everybody remembers because they're like, oh my God, it's New Year's Day and it's Lauren's birthday. I don't know. Everybody remembers it's Lauren's birthday on New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one birthday that you can't forget. Her birthday, because it's on New Year's Day.
Yeah. But that's pretty cool. I mean, if it helps though, I feel like you really aren't missing out a lot with New Year's Eve celebrations. Like, it's always been that holiday that Trevor and I get super pumped for. We're like, yeah, New Year's Eve, we're going to go find a party, or we're going to find like a really good bar. We're going to get all dressed up and, we're just going to get hammered and have so much fun and blah, 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 blah. And then like it rolls around and we're like trying to find out plans and stuff and it's just like crickets. Nobody's really doing anything. Like there was one year, it was so sad. Like we were literally texting people up until about like 10 or 11 to see if there was somewhere to go. No one had any plans. So we ended up like, we live right next to a bar and we walked over and it's this sad little bar that doesn't get that much business. So we walked over to this essentially empty bar, sat down at the bar, grabbed one beer, counted down, and then walked back home.
Called it a day. And
I do have to say though, in the past few years, maybe it's because like we've expanded our friend circle. Like the last couple of years, we actually have found like good things. Last year's New Year's was a fucking shit show. I kid you not. So we get there. It's like a kegger, but it's a classier kegger. The kegger was hidden in a cabinet and it just had like this really nice like tap and everything. So it wasn't like people were doing keg stands or anything. So it was IPA. So they had IPA on tap, which is so strong, which I was happy with though, because that's all I drink.
I love IPAs.
I won't drink any other beer other than IPA. So that was fine. So I was drinking that. We were all drinking that. So we were all getting toasted so fast. Then at one point, and this point of the night is hazy, that's how drunk like a lot of us were, the owner decides to bring out his gun. Cause like the guys were talking about guns and he's like, oh, here, let me show you guys my handgun. He brings out, it's not loaded, thank God. But like he brought it out and they're all like passing around this gun. He did bring out the bullets. He didn't load it, but they were passing around the gun, talking about and discussing the different bullets that like they could use with it.
Oh my God.
It doesn't end there. So the gun is out, right? And then they start talking about other weaponry. Turns out this guy has a crossbow and a target in his backyard. So they bring out the crossbow and start fucking shooting in the backyard. Everyone's hammered.
Oh my God. It's like an accident waiting to happen.
I know. Luckily, nothing ever did happen. But the next morning, I was like, how the fuck did no one end up in the hospital last night?
Right?
We had a gun out.
I was literally doing show and tell.
It was, but with like very dangerous things.
Yeah.
With like a very, very drunk group of people. So that was a fun New Year's, but like looking back on it, I was just all like, oh.
Fucking idiot.
That was
like, why did
yeah, that was probably.
It was fun and it was memorable.
It was definitely memorable. It's a good story, which obviously is why I was telling it, but yeah. It was like looking back, even Trevor, I'm like, why were you guys doing that? And he's all like, I don't even remember like this portion of the night, this portion of the night, this portion of the night. He says he doesn't remember shooting the crossbow. He knows that he did, but he doesn't have memory of him shooting it. And I'm like, that's very worrisome. Because I was standing next to you filming for you.
But at least nobody got hurt. So
yeah, that's very true. But yeah, that was probably my wildest New Year's, just because of the danger factor.
Yeah.
Before you like had to be a homebody for New Year's, did you ever have like a super wild one?
Okay, so
In your past life?
a couple years ago, we would go to Tahoe and celebrate Lauren's birthday in Tahoe, and which was really cool because it's like winter wonderland. It's beautiful, and we would hit up the clubs and the casinos over there. And then I remember just one year, Lauren rented out a hotel in San Francisco.
Ooh.
And my other friend and I, we literally downed, those big gallons of wine. Like,
oh my God, are you talking about like the wines in like the glass jugs?
yes, those big Sutter Home wines.
Yes.
We freaking downed that just between me and her. I fucking blacked out. We somehow were able to walk to the fucking pier. God knows how I was even able to walk on my 2 feet. Cole met us at the pier. We were watching the fireworks, doing the countdown, and then I was singing out loud, "Happy birthday" to Lauren. And Lauren was really fucking embarrassed because you see everybody celebrating the New Year, and all of a sudden you're singing "Happy fucking birthday." Because no one knew that it was Lauren's birthday because we're strangers. But I was like, oh my God, I fucking blacked out. And then I walked a couple steps and I just threw up all over myself.
Oh my God.
In front of Cole, I'm like, oh God, that's classy. Way to ring in the new year. Pretty fucking wild. But that show was fun. We were wild.
Yeah.
Wilding out.
In your past life.
In my past life before work.
And then mom.
Yeah, unfortunately, as a nurse, when you work in the hospital, you don't get holidays off. So
yeah,
got to take care of people. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, even though I'm not celebrating on New Year's Eve, hopefully I'll go ham this coming weekend with Cole and Lauren and Barack for her birthday. That'll
nice.
Be my weekend in the New Year's. And I'm with my best friend.
Oh, that'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
You guys should go to Harry Potter World while you're there.
I know. Oh, maybe we should. Did you enjoy that?
I did. I enjoyed it very much. So guys, if you remember 2 episodes ago, I had my Before 30 bucket list. Going to Harry Potter World was one of them. And I did it. Yeah. It honestly, Jill, it is so detailed in there. It was ridiculously.
Ooh, I'm going to love it.
Yeah. It was so impressive. Just they got every single tiny little detail down. It really felt like you were in Hogsmeade, and it really felt like you were looking at Hogwarts. The butterbeer was so good. So everyone had told me that the butterbeer was going to taste like just drinking liquid sugar. They were like, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got really scared. I for sure wanted to try it, but I got a little bit panicked. I was like, okay, what if this isn't good at all? I expected it to be ridiculously sweet. But when they had it, it actually wasn't that, it wasn't overly sweet. It was the perfect level in my head. It tasted like butterscotch, but not a super strong butterscotch.
Yeah.
And it was just it was sweet, but it wasn't oh my God, I can't finish this. I sipped on it for a good 30 minutes while I walked around. I think the difference was that I did get it cold. So apparently if you want the hot butterbeer, you have to go into one of the restaurants that's in Harry Potter World.
Do they even drink that in Harry Potter? Hot butterbeer? I don't remember it being hot butterbeer in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think because at one point in the books, Harry was all oh, a toasty mug of butterbeer or something. Or something like that. But the carts that are outside will only sell it cold or frozen. Frozen's obviously like a slushie. And then the cold one is kind of like a soda. So I had it that way, it was a soda. So I think it being cold helped. Cause when things are warm, it just the flavor gets a little bit richer.
Yeah.
So that might have been why I didn't think that it was too sweet.
I'll see if we have time to do that. So
if you should definitely see if you can. If you do, don't do what we did and buy the passes on the day of. Go online and buy it a day ahead. It's more expensive. If anybody wants to go visit Universal Studios, buy your tickets ahead online because it's expensive there. But yeah, oh my God. And then Ollivander's, the wand shop.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I don't know if you saw my stories, but it was that one was so impressive. Literally the walls are filled with boxes of wands and stuff. And it really feels like you're in this shop that's been stuffed to the brim with boxes. It's so cool.
It felt so magical. You probably felt that you were really in the book.
You did. And then they only have 2 rides in there. We didn't ride the roller coaster because it looked kind of lame and we just didn't want to waste time on it. But we did end up riding the ride that's inside. inside the castle, inside Hogwarts. It's like Harry's Magical Journey or something like that. Everyone was all like, oh my God, you have to ride that ride. That's the best ride ever. Make sure that you ride it. Nobody thought to warn me that about 40 seconds of that fucking ride, you are in a spider cavern and there are spiders everywhere. I kid you not. They're everywhere. I like closed my eyes. I was like hyperventilating, and then they do like that little crawling, like the noise in your ear. No. Oh my God. I wanted to die. Like the ride was amazing, but during that like 30, 40 seconds, my eyes were closed and I was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like I would ride it again now knowing that that's coming. And like, I know to close my eyes.
I am terrified of spiders, so I'm
too.
not going to ride it. I'm sorry. Not going to ride it.
Honestly, I have arachnophobia. Like, I'm crazy scared of spiders. Now I feel bad for telling you about it. Like, I'm glad I didn't know about it because that ride is actually really, really amazing. It's so good.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's so good.
I'm sure it's really, really good. I mean, it's freaking LA, or is it LA or Anaheim? Is Universal Studios in LA?
Hollywood, yeah.
They make everything look like you're really in the...
But it's cool because like you go in this thing where it's like you're hanging, like almost as if you were hanging from like a broom or something. And then it takes you into these different rooms and stuff. And then some of the rooms are like interactive where they have a big screen. So it feels like you're like 360 immersed in like the ride and stuff. So it was a really cool experience.
Yeah.
At least you know that there's spiders in it. So like the first spider you see, you'll know to close your eyes. Like I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I kept opening it and I was like, it was literally, they were everywhere. And I was like, no!
Oh my God. Okay. Well, maybe the next time I come down, you and Trevor will have to take Cole, Clyde, and I.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
That'd be kind of cool. Hopefully by then Clyde will be, older enough to kind of understand what's going on and to really enjoy it in the park.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I know. So that's what I'm doing for this upcoming New Year's, is spending with my best friend. Looking back on 2018 has been such an eventful ride for me. It's been like a roller coaster. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but obviously for me, it's obviously having Clyde.
Yeah. Moving
in with Cole and just finally living with him after how many years of fucking being together. And we finally did it and getting pregnant. And I also was a little sad and happy at the same time because my best friend moved to LA. So I didn't get her as often, but I'm happy for her, but it just sucks for me. And I'm really looking forward to the new year.
Yeah.
I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to like what the new year has to bring to me. I actually just got a new job within the hospital.
Awesome.
Into the ER training program.
Yay!
ER nurse. I'm really excited by that. Clyde's going to finally turn 1 and he's becoming more human every day. And I'm really excited about that. And my dad's retiring.
So he'll be around all the time.
All the effing time.
He's going to find something to fix every single day. He's going to give you a reason why he needs to be in there.
Seriously. He really is. He won't even give me a reason anymore. I'll just open up the door and he's there. And he's like, oh, hey. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, so I'm really excited for the new year. I can't wait to see what, the new year brings to me and Clyde. And I just hope that we all stay healthy and happy. And yeah, we just keep striving to become the better us, and as individuals, as a couple, and as a family.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you? Like, I mean, obviously you got married and,
I mean, that was a big one. Yeah, my biggest hope for the next year is to be less stressed, because this was probably one of the most stressful years of my life. Like, stress in a good way from getting married, but still, like, there's a lot of stress that comes with planning a wedding. Yeah. So I hope for that, to have a much calmer year. I guess the big thing that, like, I want to make sure that we do next year is to really, like, start building our lives. Like, Trevor and I have been living together for so many years, but like, I want us to find a place that we can actually call like home for a few years, until we can someday buy a house. But yeah, we are looking to move next year, and I think I've mentioned that before, and get a bigger place and hopefully a dog, my Doberman. So that's like our first thing that we like want to tackle in the new year. Work's going great. I don't want to like announce anything officially yet, but I can just say it's going really, really well. And then like, yeah, I also want to, obviously, like another big thing that happened this year was, we started this podcast. You started your Case of the Mom Days.
Yeah.
For me, I restarted my Bottled Ambition account, and I just I really want to keep growing those things and turning them into something viable.
Yeah.
So that I can have a passion project that also kind of gives back to me a little bit. It's because, as much as you might love your job and stuff, it's always just good sense to have your hand in different things.
Yeah,
if on the first level, just for interest, so that you're not doing the same thing day in, day out. But also I just know too that it's just good, good money sense to not have all of your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, no, you're totally right about that. I know. I'm really excited for the second season of our podcast because I don't know. I just feel like after we're getting so many downloads from this first season, it's like I said before, it has totally motivated me to come up with cool topics, inspirational topics that we can relate to other people. And so I'm really excited about that too. It'll be fun.
Yeah. And I'm excited about it too, because, we kind of jumped into this first season. We planned a little bit, but, we didn't have any idea the full magnitude of what it would be to run a podcast, and everything. So this first year was really just kind of exploring it, discovering it, learning by mistake. Yeah. So I'm definitely excited to kind of come back, see what we come up with from, what we've experienced with the podcast and everything. I definitely want to expand this more, tons of, ideas, even with just the website alone, there's so much more that we can be doing with it. So definitely things like that. I feel too, one of the big things that I'd like to do is kind of get more listener interaction. We want to hear from you guys. We'd like to do, some full Q&A episodes of episodes where, we're just answering questions from you guys and stuff. And we're always open to, listener suggestions on topics that you guys want to hear. So definitely want to grow it in that direction where it's really, a give and take. So both sides.
Yeah. So guys, don't go away. We are just going on a little hiatus. That's all.
Like I said, we won't be quiet the whole time.
Still going to be interacting with you guys on personal Instagrams, even on our blog. We may even have a few surprises on the podcast before we launch our second season. Yeah,
I can definitely tell you guys, there's a lot of pieces of conversation you guys never got to hear just because, we do try to be mindful. Some of our first feedback was not to make these episodes too long. So sometimes conversations get cut and stuff. So you never know when a clip of that may come up somewhere. Yeah. Of a conversation you guys never heard before. So we have a lot of stuff. We'll definitely still be giving you guys content as far as new full episodes go. You'll have to wait till February for that. Yeah.
So anyways, what we wanted to do is ring in the new year for you guys with a really cool giveaway. It's actually been put together by yours truly, Sarah, also Bottled Ambition. She actually, being the beauty guru that she is, put together a cool little spa gift set of really cool face masks that even, not gonna lie, I actually want to try. But so we want to ring in the new year with you guys by giving you guys something good, and we want you guys to participate and engage with us. We're going to launch it January 1st. And we will pick out the winners January 7th. So it'll be 1 week. And this will be all on Instagram.
Yes, it's a full-on Instagram giveaway. Kind of some of the things that we have in it. Like Jill mentioned, there's face masks. For anybody who actually follows me on my account, you might have heard me talk a lot about how there's these eye masks from Target that I'm obsessed with. It's from Avatara. They're the most amazing eye masks in the world. And how I always stock up on them whenever Target does have them because they're always sold out. Dude, they're always sold out. I've stocked up on so much, so there's definitely a few of those getting thrown into this giveaway. If you're curious at all, if you like eye masks at all.
I do, especially to the sleep-deprived mommies like me. You guys better participate in this because you guys will need these eye masks, okay?
Yes, and also pamper yourself. Participate, try to win it so that you can take these masks home and have a spa day to yourself and treat yourself.
It's a free day to yourself. All you have to do is go on our Instagram and follow the rules that we will be presenting.
Yes. So the day after this episode, January 1st. Make sure that you can look at any of our 3 Instagrams. We're going to post it all simultaneously, and make sure to follow the rules and you could win.
And they're easy fucking rules, people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even easier than sending in your fucking holiday tradition.
Yes, it is easier than sending in your holiday traditions. Though I did love that. That was so much fun. I think that was one of my favorite things that we did with this podcast was that giveaway, because reading everyone's traditions, I actually did that earlier today with Trevor. We, if you missed the Quick Sip episode that came out on Christmas Day, Trevor stepped in for Jill this morning, and he and I read off all of the Holiday Pod Squad traditions that our Milk and Whiskey followers had submitted to us. And it was really great getting to learn about you guys and your traditions. I feel like I got to know you a lot better.
I know. I hope in the new year we'll get more following and like more people will send in more of their traditions, because I definitely want to keep doing that giveaway every year. Maybe that could be our podcast tradition.
I think so.
Yeah.
You're seeing the magic happen here. This is how it happens. We brainstorm, we throw things out, and then things happen.
We just bounce ideas off of each other.
Exactly. So that's something that I'd also like to do in the new year, is do more giveaways with you guys, just to give back and thank you guys for listening. And also, to hopefully thank you guys for telling your friends about us. Don't forget that pyramid scheme, guys. Tell a friend to tell 5 friends so that they can tell 5 more friends.
There you go.
So that someday we're on season 50 of this. That would be great.
But anyways, I think Sarah has to start getting ready for this Christmas.
I was like, bitch, you see me? I am ready, okay?
I know. Well, you have to start heading up for this Christmas party. But guys, look out on her stories on Bottled Ambition.
Aw, thank you.
On Milk and Whiskey Instagram, because she will be posting. Yes, I'm making her. She will be posting stories and pictures of her holiday looks and giving you inspiration and tips on quick makeup looks, holiday makeup looks, holiday outfit looks. So be on the lookout for that, guys.
Okay, Jill's planning my content, apparently.
My cousin's wacky as fuck. So y'all better be on the fucking lookout, okay?
And make sure to follow Jill, because she is going to be posting more often about motherhood and everything. She's going to be engaging more in the new year.
Yes, I am.
I'm committing her to that.
That'll be my New Year's resolution, is to commit more. No.
No, but she does post great stories that are like super honest about just the struggles, the joys, all of it.
Everything.
Yeah.
So we can't wait to launch the second season with you guys. We hope you guys enjoyed the first season. We know we probably sucked at some parts and we probably did really great at other parts, but the second season, we're going to come back stronger. Usually I heard this on a podcast about starting your own business, and they usually say the first year is kind of where you fail, and that's where you learn a lot. And, this first season has been a guinea pig experiment for us. Yes.
And, and it's been a big learning experience. Sure. I think we've definitely gotten a bit of a hang of what works and what doesn't. I definitely have noticed the episodes where we get a lot more feedback from people like, oh my God, I love this. And then the ones where it's like crickets. No one's said anything about it. So
thank you guys for, listening to our podcast, and we really, really appreciate your loyalty, and we hope you guys have a happy new year. Stay safe, have a lot of fun, and let us know what New Year's resolution you guys have. You can even tell us and reflect on 2018. Share that with us too. We'd love to know more about you guys and about our listeners and our followers. Like Sarah said, we love engaging with our audience. So please write us any feedback and whatnot. But seriously, have a good fucking new year.
Yeah, exactly. Have a good new year. Happy 2019. Thank you guys, like Jill said, so much for listening to us and continuing to tune in every week. We promise the break will hopefully feel shorter than it is, and we'll be back in no time. But thank you guys all so much for listening to our first season. We're excited for the second one, and we'll see you guys in February. Bye.
All I ever wanted was to ball. From childhood, that's the only thing I recall. Walking up and down the classroom halls, rapping and picturing days.
Dear God. That's my nephew.
Okay, I just had to give Clyde a bottle.
Okay. I heard him like fucking screaming bloody murder. I was like, holy shit, okay.
I know. But I think, New Year. Make sure to stay safe. Make sure to have fun. We hope you guys have.
Keep going. I'll cut him out. I'll cut him out. Don't worry about it.
You guys hope to let us know what we. God damn it! Now.
Smarticus fucked you up.